Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. My name is Sarah Shepard. I'm the Director of Employer Relations. I'm very excited to talk to you today about our virtual career fair on Thursday. And Alan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Alan Rossetti, and I am a senior career coach here in the Career and Professional Development Office here at Mercy College. And we are excited to talk to you today.
Just as a reminder, if you have questions, you can either put them in the chat, but you can also raise your hand and we'll unmute you, okay?
All right, let's get started. So today we are talking about our career fair prep workshop. And let's get started. Okay, so key topics for discussion. So this is what we're going to talk about today. So first, we're going to talk about updating your resume. For any career fair, the most important thing is to make sure you update your resume. This way, employers can see your most recent experiences, your education, etc. Then we're going to talk about researching companies. So you always want to make sure you research companies ahead of time. Then we're going to talk about creating your schedule. Then we're going to go into elevator pitch. Then we're going to be talking about tips for the day of the fair and professional etiquette. That's important. And then finally, stay organized and send thank you emails, and then a walkthrough. And of course, if there are any questions, please ask us at the end of the presentation. Okay, so first, make sure you update your resume. So it should be clear, concise, and up to date. So even if you have a resume that you've done, you want to make sure you always update your resume before you're sending it to employers and before you have a career, you're going to the career fair. So make sure your GPA is up to date. Make sure if you have relevant coursework on there, you've added relevant coursework that you've taken this semester or last semester. Make sure it's concise. Have it uploaded, approved, and set to visible on Handshake before the fair. This way employers can see it on Handshake before they meet with you and as if they're meeting with you. And as said, setting your resume to visible is the only way that employers you meet with will be able to see it during the fair. If it's not set to visible and it's not approved on Handshake, employers will not be able to see it and they will not be able to see your experiences and stuff. So it's very important to make sure you do that. So next, you want to research companies and opportunities. So this is before the fair day. So this is before Thursday. So maybe, tonight or tomorrow, if you have some time, be doing this. So you want to register for the fair and look at all the lists of the employers. We're going to do a demo at the end of the presentation to show you how to do this. You want to decide on who you're interested in speaking with. So look at the companies, look what they're hiring for, look what they're about, and see who you'd be interested in working with. Research these companies and job openings online before you schedule your sessions. So you can go to their websites, all on Handshake. The websites are all included. So go to the website and research the company. You can also use websites such as Glassdoor and Indeed, and you can look up information there as well. This will help guide your inquiries and allow you to highlight your related skills, which is really what's important for you to do this before you are researching before you meet with these employers.
Okay, great. Thank you, Alan. It's also good to research the companies because when you're talking to an employer, it'll be really impressive if you know about their organization, understand what they do. It'll just make you look good. So next, we're going to talk about creating your schedule for the day. So again, a virtual fair is a little bit different than an in-person fair because you have to do some legwork ahead of time. So once you register, if you've already done so, or if you do so after this meeting, when you RSVP, you're not done yet. You also need to sign up for one-on-one sessions. Without signing up for sessions, one-on-one and group, without signing up for sessions, you're actually not scheduled to meet with any employers. And you want to make sure you're doing that soon because a lot of the more popular employers, their schedules are filling up and then there won't be any other sessions to meet with them. So you definitely don't want to wait until the day of the fair to sign up for your sessions. Okay, great. Next slide, please. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise today. First, I'm going to talk to you about your elevator pitch, but then I want everyone here to draft your elevator pitch. So what is an elevator pitch? I want you to picture getting in an elevator. In walks the CEO of the company that you're dying to work for. you have 30 seconds or 3 floors to sell yourself. So how do you pitch yourself to someone who doesn't know you, and have them understand your professional history, and whatever that may be. So what your elevator pitch should be is your name, your class level and major at Mercy College, your short-term or long-term career goal, whatever that may be, and this is tailored to you as an individual, and any experience you have to support that career goal. That doesn't necessarily have to be a job. It doesn't have to be an experience. It can be, an internship. It can be volunteer. It can be an academic project you worked on. It can be something you worked on in your spare time, that anything that supports that goal that you're trying to reach. So we're going to give you, if you want to skip to the next slide, sorry, I'll give you some examples. Okay, so here are 2 examples. So my name is Sarah. I'm a senior at Mercy College majoring in behavioral science. My goal is to work in social service with children in foster care. I enjoy helping people and have volunteered at a food pantry for the past 5 years. So it was class level, major, what your goal is, whatever that may be, and what you've done to support that. So this person has some volunteer experience to support their goal. Second example, my name is Sarah. I'm a junior at Mercy College majoring in nursing. I'm interested in working with the geriatric population. I have personal experience caring for my grandmother for the past several years. So this person didn't have any work experience or volunteer experience to support their goal, but they had some personal experience, and that's perfectly okay as long as it's supporting your goal. So we're going to pause the recording. Okay,
awesome.
go.
Great. So now I'm going to talk about tips for the day of the fair and professional etiquette. So the first thing is dress appropriately. Even though you will not be traveling to meet employers, dress professionally and look well-groomed for your video meeting. Turn your camera on. So, for men, that might be a nice dress. That could be a dress shirt and a tie. It could also be a nice blouse, a nice blazer. Just look, professional, look presentable. Certainly be well-groomed as well. Certainly, if you're in need of professional or if you are in need of professional attire, email cpd@mercy.edu for an appointment at a professional clothing closet. Just for future reference, the professional clothing closet, Mercy College students can go pick out an outfit of their choice and can keep it for interviews, to dress for interviews.
Can I chime in there? Brand new suits. They're brand new suits, and we have them waiting for you.
So next, check your space. Make sure the space you're using is distraction-free and quiet. So, try to go in a separate room, make sure kids, pets, other family members are not around. So, a private room such as a bedroom. Make sure you also turn your camera on. We want to emphasize that enough employers want to see your face. They want to see you engaged. Turn your camera on. And you also want to do a neutral background as well. So I wouldn't, I would try to do as much of a blank wall as possible. Try not to have anything, unprofessional in the background, etc. Next, you want to test technology. You want to ensure that your internet connection is functioning, that your audio video is working properly. So what I recommend is make sure, one, test your video and handshake before your meetings. And also, if you've never done a Zoom or virtual appointment in the space that you're going to be doing it, you might want to test ahead of time, maybe the day of, before the fair or the day before the fair, and just test to make sure that your internet connection is good and that you can hear them and you're not buffering. Sometimes internet goes in and out. So you just want to make sure that you're in a good space and this connection is strong. Okay. So as I said, make sure you dress appropriately, make sure you check your space, make sure you test technology. Those are the most important things the day of the fair. And I would like to add too, if during the fair you have any technical difficulties, we will have a student troubleshooting Zoom room that I will be part of, as well as my other colleagues, and we will be happy to help you with any technology issues that you might have the day of the fair.
Okay, so staying organized and sending thank you emails. You want to make sure you understand what your schedule is for the day ahead of time. Perhaps you can write it out in a spreadsheet of some sort, and then make sure you're taking notes after each session, because you have a few sessions back to back. You're going to forget who said what. Another good thing to note is right after that meeting, take a quick note on what stood out to you about that person. I don't know if you talked about their dog or something like that. This way, when you send your thank you email later, you have something specific you can bring up that will jog their memory as well as yours. So staying organized is a way for you to be able to send these thank you emails. And you want to do that within 24 hours after the fair. It really could be the difference between getting an interview and getting a job or not. So you definitely want to just make sure you send a thank you email to the contact that you met with, what you're interested in, anything specific you can include, and perhaps a way for them to remember you. So that's staying organized. Thank you, Alan. Next slide.
So I'm going to show you everyone a video of a walkthrough on YouTube. This is a walkthrough of Handshake on the day of the fair, how to find your schedule and how to join the session. So without further ado, let's open the link.
You're ready to start your own business. LegalZoom can help you set it up. We've helped.
Can everyone hear this okay?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
Day of is you're gonna click on events, career fair. This will be the career fair you do click on, but today we're going to show you through our test fair. Now, we do have to schedule sessions, so we're going to click on available sessions. And we're going to schedule a one-on-one. And we'll take this time and we will confirm with the employer. Now you can see on the right side of the screen, it says your sessions happening now. So I'm going to shut off my camera so we can see what it looks like when we log in. There I am again. Now I can test my video, make sure that's working. I'm currently using my audio through Zoom, but you would want to make sure your audio is working. If you get up to this part and it isn't working, I do recommend checking your browser. I highly recommend to use Chrome. If you don't have Chrome as an option, Firefox is the second best bet. Do not use Internet Explorer. It's not going to work. So now we're going to click Join Now. And here we are. Now we're on our one-on-one session with our employer.
Yes, hi, thank you.
Okay, so that was our walkthrough, and let me switch back to the presentation. So thank you so much for attending and for working with us today. So next up, does anyone have any questions about the video we just showed or any other topics that we went over today? We'd be happy to answer them now.
Okay, looks like Hong was up first. I just unmuted you. Well, I allowed you to unmute.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Also, based on the video, it seems like the whole thing is kind of arranged through the Handshake
Yes.
website, right? So once I get registered, and on that exact time, the moment that I register, if I go to the website, I can log into what the screen should be showing up, right? Right
So
now it's
what
not
I would,
showing up.
for the video purpose, we had to sign up and have the session on at the same time. But what I would recommend is registering now, because you want to make sure you have your pick of all the employers. You register now, you go through the list of employers attending, you sign up for the sessions you're interested in. You could do that any day between now and the fair. And then the day of the fair, you have your schedule set, and then you just join those sessions at the session times. Does that
Okay.
make sense? But
Yes.
everything happens in Handshake.